Hi everyone, welcome to DOdaily, Monday Motivation. It's Des here. Just checking in, looking to offer some words of inspiration to get us all going, attacking and making the most of a brand new week. I'm down by the River Trent on an amazing spring evening, probably the best one of the year so far. You can see behind me, the water is a calming influence. Of course, on a Monday, I like to get out and get in plenty of activity. Good walk this afternoon under the blue skies with the sun out. It's made me feel really good. Made me look forward to spring, fully evolving, and then of course, moving on to the summer where I've got lots of big plans and lots of really nice things to do and achieve. But for today, it's just about making the most of it. Like I say, probably the best of the year. And when I'm down by the water, it's an absolutely fantastic sort of calming influence and a place to collect my thoughts and push on. And I say collect my thoughts, I've been reflecting on the weekend. Absolutely brilliant. Done all the things I enjoy. A big running event where we raised funds for a local charity. That was really, really rewarding and uplifting. And of course, I've been to a football match, enjoyed that. Looking forward to a football match in just a few minutes' time. About 100 yards down the river. Really, really big game. So again, lots of reasons to be on top of it from the off this week. Hopefully you had a fantastic weekend and it's put you in good stead too. But if you're not, like I said, I just wanted to check in and offer that encouragement, that positivity to give it a real go. Even if you are feeling great, to be honest, like myself, there's no harm in checking in where we're at. And what I really want to talk about Monday Motivation is just kind of using this time, as I always do on a Monday, just to sort of reflect and evaluate where I'm at. I'm always setting targets and goals. And whilst it's great to be out, and like I say, making the most of the spring, making the most of the daylight, it's given me that extra bit of encouragement to sort of push on. But what I've realised is I've probably not quite done enough. I always talk about putting the prep in, working hard at what you do, talking about it, making yourself accountable. I do that a lot. But sometimes you can almost take your eyes off the goal as well, off the long-term goal. And I've perhaps done that to some degree whilst I'm sort of busy in daily life. It's important to have those longer term targets. I think it's important just to keep reflecting, keep realising, keep being honest with yourself. And I guess that's what I found today. With all that stuff to look forward to, I want it in a certain way. I want it to be a certain way. I want to be a certain way. So it means I've got to work really, really hard. And like I say, be honest when it hasn't quite been working. Don't get me wrong, I've worked really hard at the things I do. I've had a really busy time. I'm not being negative. But I also realise that there's certain things I've said I want to do. I've tried to make myself accountable and it's just not happened. And what I'm almost getting to is we don't have to beat ourselves up too much about that. At the end of the day, the only person we're really accountable is ourselves. So what I'm trying to do here is just sort of keep putting that out there, keep saying I'm going to work harder. I was just listening to something there and it was saying try to be better than the person you were yesterday rather than the person someone else is today. And that really sort of stuck home with me. Whilst I don't compare myself to others, the first part of that's definitely true. I went out for a run yesterday, really, really struggled. But rather than be put off by that, rather than be sort of upset that I'm not where I want to be, that's the motivation to keep going. That's what I really want. Everything else is working out. So what I've got to do is use everything else, take it into the things that aren't quite working. For me, it's the activity, it's the habits around getting up, eating properly, drinking properly, but I've got to use everything else, be inspired by it, realise what I can do rather than what I haven't done or what I couldn't do to this point. I know I can do absolutely anything when I set my mind to it. I've made similar changes in the past than what I'm struggling with at the moment, so it's just a case of really knuckling in. What I have been inspired by today is the daylight, the spring sort of setting, getting down by the river. I've spoken a lot in recent weeks about remembering what works, really digging into remember what works. And for me, getting out for a walk along this stretch of the river, something I did during lockdown, not been as lucky with time just recently through all that busyness. So to get down here is definitely something that works for me. I've spoke about taking my running back to the beginning, and finding ways to make it about me as well. Of course, I love to do things for other people. I love to encourage and put things on and support other people. But I've also got to remember that all that kind of starts at home. From doing that, it all started by sorting myself out. I've spoke so many times through DOdaily in the last few years about where it all began. Got quite deep at the end of last week, and if I'm really honest, something's kind of hit home this week. I spoke towards the end of last week about realising you're not invincible and you have to make the most of it. Don't waste time. And if anybody, I'm sure most people have, if they know who he is, Shane Warne passed away at 52, an absolute great. And that was something that kind of struck me, because not that I didn't know that could happen, but again, an absolute great, somebody who lived his life to the full. And time is not guaranteed. It doesn't matter who you are. When your time is up, your time is up. So you have to really, really enjoy it. And it just made me think, even more so than I do, that I need to enjoy it. I do enjoy it. I absolutely love my life right now. But again, I'm not that much younger, quite a bit. Still 10 years on me, but 10 years is not long enough, is it? When you're enjoying yourself, when you love what you do, when you're loving life, you want a lot longer than that. We all want a lot longer. Somebody asked me the question on Thursday Thoughts that they feel like they're growing too old too soon. Well, just get about and set about what you want to do. Enjoy it, be positive. Don't worry too much what people say. I do what I do. Some people criticise, some people probably mock here and there, but I think they realise in the end that I'm doing what I enjoy. I absolutely love it, and it's not going to put me off. What I have to remember is what got me there, what got me to this position, what got me to a position where I'm happy, I'm content, I'm enjoying the things I do. And that means a bit of self-care, a bit of self-determination. I like to say I'm driven, determined, dedicated to the things I do. It's something I use through some of my social media. So I have to keep proving it, not proving it to anyone else, proving it to myself. And if I'm setting off the week in that mindset, I feel like I'm absolutely flying. Like I say, I've said it a few times already, the spring evening, I keep showing you, because I keep looking and glancing, it keeps reminding me how much today has really, really picked me up and given me that extra motivation to attack the week and really, really enjoy it. Of course, I'll be working off the different motivations throughout. I'll be building up with my activity, getting in some activity throughout, talking more on DOdaily, and then rounding it off with a walk on Friday. Hopefully, I'm still feeling great. After some really, really intense weeks, it's not quite so busy, so I'm looking forward to taking some time to do the things I love. And again, that should be the inspiration to actually think about how I can do things even better. Whilst I've not been perfect, I've done some preparation, I just need to work that little bit harder. And when you realise that on a Monday of all days, it's a great way to start, isn't it? It's a great place to look back to as the week progresses. Of course, on a Friday morning, I always reflect, starting off on a Monday, so I can look back to this point and think that walk along the river, really set me off in fine form. I've spoke about the importance of getting out on a Monday. I always talk about never missing a Monday, and I've spoke about the importance to me. If I can get out on a Monday afternoon, it's a bit of a luxury in reality, because lots of people work at this time, lots of people can't find this time. The way my week's structured, it allows me to do it most of the time. So when I do it, I end up feeling great, I end up feeling positive, and I end up having a good week. And that's all I want to do, be that little bit better than yesterday, be that little bit better than last week, and even be that little bit better than a time when I made so many changes. I got to a point I wanted to be. I was performing well with my activity. I lost weight. I did that and then it's not been quite so good since. So what I want to do this time is make that change a little bit more permanent, make it lasting, and make it even more rewarding. I'm sure if I set about it from this point in, by the time summer does really creep up on us, by the time we can be really positive about the weather, the guarantee of brighter days, you know, I'll be really, really on top form. And that's what I'm looking forward to. It's time to make the absolute most of it. We've gone through the dark winter months, which are always a bit of a struggle, aren't they? You know, it's always tough. Particularly if you're an activity enthusiast like myself. But like I say, they're almost behind us. It's time to flourish. It's the springtime when we've got everything to look forward to. That's all I want to say today, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Do it just down there somewhere. Please add any comments if you so wish to. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Just try my best to keep being positive, to keep being enthusiastic, and to help myself and others wherever I possibly can. Until tomorrow and Tuesday training, where I'll be looking to encourage activity and really push on in the week. Just doing it.
Just go get it up.